All right, today we're talking about perspective, specifically in politics. Disregard the stain on my shirt. I just spilled water on myself. Let's get into the verse. Proverbs 22:1, which says this: all a person's way seems right in his own opinion, but the Lord evaluates his thoughts. Now, the reason I'm choosing this verse is because everyone seems to come to the conclusion that what they do is the absolute good. What they do overall is the absolute good. Their opinion of morality is better than everyone else's. And this was the point I was trying to make in my other video, my good versus evil video. What you might do might be good in the eyes of yourself, but it might be evil in the eyes of another person. It's all dependent on perspective. And it's the same thing in politics. Everyone seems to think they're on the good side. Everyone seems to think they're on the correct side. Everyone seems to think they're on the best side. And if you're not on their side, you're evil, stupid, and dumb. And the reason everyone seems to think like this is because everyone seems to define good based off their own values. Everyone, if they're not led by God, comes to the same conclusion that good is based off personal experience and culture. And this makes good relative rather than absolute. So the problem is that people tend to define good for themselves and by themselves. But everyone has an imperfect perspective. Everyone has a limited perspective. You can't come to a perfect understanding of good with an imperfect point of view. You can't fully know moral truth if you're using an imperfect self as the standard. And this is why politics turns into us versus them. Both sides think they're the good side, the other side is evil. Then they use personal experience and emotion to appeal to certain people. They use personal opinion rather than objective truth. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, Luke, how do you know God is the perfect moral standard? Isn't that just based off your imperfect perspective? I'm not saying that God is a perfect moral standard based off my own opinion. I'm saying that God is a perfect moral standard because by definition, God is not limited and God does not have an imperfect perspective. God created everything. He's outside the system, we're inside the system. So God isn't influenced by culture. He's not influenced by opinion, personal experience, or time, or emotion. So when I say God is a perfect moral standard, I'm not claiming I have a perfect point of view of God, but I'm saying that there must be something that goes beyond human opinion to define morality. Or else it just becomes, oh, you do you, bro. I could see someone get stabbed in their neck, and I could just say, you do you, bro. Which, honestly, I still say you do you, bro, to the little things, because realistically, people aren't going to listen to me. Which brings up another point. If you aren't listening to me, if you're watching this video, you haven't listened to me at all, you're just waiting to say your opinion in the comment section, then you're thinking one of two things or both things. The first one is you're thinking, oh, look at this dude. He believes in God. What an idiot. I believe in science over God, like a logical person. Really, you're being logical. One, I'm an engineer, so it's not like I know nothing. And two, just because you know how the car works now, that doesn't mean that there's no longer a manufacturer for it. Just because you know how the world works, just because you know how the neurons in your body fire, that doesn't mean there's no longer a creator behind it all. And the second thing that you might be thinking is, look at this dude. He believes in God. That must mean that he's part of a particular political group. Do you really think the creator of the universe could possibly care about politics? The same people that say religion was made up for politics are the same people that say religion was made up by humans. Jesus of Nazareth was a real person. Every historian agrees with that. Whether you're atheist, agnostic, religious, any of the above, you agree with that. So you can't just say that Jesus was randomly made up one day. Now, granted, humans can exploit things, but humans exploit everything. Humans exploit beliefs, humans exploit systems, and that just proves imperfection. And if humans exploit everything, then we cannot trust ourselves. There has to be something above us. There has to be something that defines moral standard beyond human opinion. So many people are focused on temporary power. They can't just be focused on temporary power. You need to be more focused on eternal life and relations.